Hi, welcome to another video. One of the major uses of AI, apart from content generation, is image generation. When I say AI image generation, most people think of Midjourney. Midjourney is one of the leading AI image generation tools. They use their own proprietary image generation model trained on tons of images from the internet. It has been the easiest and best to use to date. I used to think it was the best too. Well, not because of its quality or anything, but actually because of how clunky the installation for Stable Diffusion or other text-to-image tools was. The installation process for things like Automatic 111 or ComfyUI was a nightmare, to say the least. You had to run a ton of commands, always use the CLI, and if you used a different graphics card, you had to run even more commands. Changing any model in the UI was also a nightmare. It wasn't user-friendly at all. That's why I left the text-to-image local hosting scene. It was out of my league. And this wasn't just the case with text-to-image models. I still remember when LLMs started coming out. There weren't many good local alternatives as easy to use as ChatGPT. But soon, open-source options caught up, and tools like LM Studio and others emerged. Recently, I revisited the open-source text-to-image scene to see if there's something that's actually easy to set up and just works. I found what I was looking for, and that's Invoke AI. If I had to describe it in one word, it's LM Studio, but for image generation. You only need to install the Invoke AI web UI, which is pretty easy. Through that web UI, you can install models, manage models, generate images, and much more. Plus, the UI is extremely user-friendly. The best part is that it's open source, and you can self-host it and use it as much as you want. It's super easy to install as well. It supports SD 1.5, SD 2.0, and SD XL models. You can use any checkpoint and diffuser model, and you can download and install everything from their UI. It also has great upscaling tools. Overall, it's pretty easy to use, install, and play around with. What else do you need? By the way, just to clarify, I am not an AI image expert, so I won't go into the nitty-gritty of the tool. After all, some fun should be left for you guys. So, now let's get it installed and check it out. I'll be installing it on a LightningAI Studio. LightningAI gives you 22 hours of free GPU time, so you can use it effectively for free if you manage your time. If you want to know more about LightningAI, you can check out my other video on LightningAI. It's one of my most popular videos. Also, if you're not using Lightning Studio and instead using it locally, you'll also need to follow these steps I'm going to do next. For LightningAI users, create a studio and make sure you change your machine type to T4. Open up your terminal. Now, we'll need to get it installed. First, go to Invoke's GitHub page. Scroll down, and you'll see these instructions. First, we'll need to download the installer. To download it, click on this link, and then scroll down. Download this zip file by copying the link and running the wget command with the link to get it downloaded on your machine. Once done, we'll need to unzip the file. Run the unzip command with the file name. If you're on Windows, you can use whatever you use to unzip your files. Anyway, once done, change directory into the folder. Now, if we look at the folder, you can see we have two files here. One is the install.sh file, and the other is the install.bat file. If you use Linux, you'll need to run install.sh, and if you use Windows, you'll need to run install.bat. In our case, we'll run install.sh. Once you run it, it will first ask you for the version. You can just hit enter at this step. Next, it will ask you for the installation destination. If you're fine with the default path, just hit enter. Next, enter Y and hit enter. Now, It will ask you for the type of graphics card you are using. In our case, it's NVIDIA, so we'll select that. Now, relax because this will take some time to install. You can subscribe to my channel in the meanwhile. Anyway, once it has been installed, you'll see something like this printed on your terminal. Now, just change directory into the installation directory as shown in the completion message. Run the Invoke script. Once you run it, it will ask you what you want to start. In our case, it's the web UI, so just hit one and it will start the application. Generally, it starts on port 9090. Open the port on your machine. If you're on LightningAI, just use the custom port option to open it. Once you open it, you'll see this really cool looking interface. Now first, before I tell you anything, we'll need to get a model installed. Go to the Models option. In the top left, you can see a bunch of models. You can get anyone installed from here. I like the Juggernaut model, so I'll install this. To install it, just click the Add button, and it will start getting installed. You can check the progress in the bottom panel. Once installed, it will be available in the left panel like this. Okay, now we can go back to the Create page. This UI is pretty self-explanatory. You have the prompt text box here, the resolution option, and the model options. I'm not an expert in this, so I don't even know what half of these things do. Anyway, let's write a prompt and see if it can generate it. I'll ask it to generate a raccoon dancing on a disco floor. Once you write your prompt, just hit the Invoke button and it will start generating. Wait for a few minutes and you can see it's now generated. It looks pretty cool. If we right-click on it, you can see you get a bunch of options like download, copy, and more. I don't even know half of what this thing is capable of. One thing is the upscale option, which is at the top. Here you can upscale your generations. I use it a lot. You can just click here and use it. It's pretty cool. There are also other options like Canvas, workflows, and more. I really don't know what these things do, so if you want to use them, go ahead. Overall, it's pretty cool. It's really easy to install, really easy to use, and you can do everything from the UI. It's really cool. Anyway, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments. Also, if you liked this video, consider donating to my channel through the Super Thanks option below this video. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye.